fourth program in the outreach category is the housing program. Again, there are many programs under the direction of the housing director. The program that is requiring most of our attention this time is the HUD building program. We're building 120 new units on the reservation. 60 of these units will be rental units, 60 will be ownership units. We expect that these houses will be completed next spring. There are other programs in housing, such as what we call HIP, Housing Improvement Program. These are projects that we work on housing that is called unsatisfactory housing. And we do improvements such as replacing roofing or water systems or small jobs to make the house livable until we can receive HUD funding for a new home. We have 2 winterizing projects that are under the housing director's supervision. There are 40 tribal ownership homes that are for rent for tribal members, and he's in charge of maintenance of all of these units. The 5th program in the outreach is a contract that we have with the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Social Services, and we basically provide the same kind of services as the branch of Social Service does for the Bureau of Indian Affairs. 6th program is the extension program. We have 2 extension agents, one that works in the home ec area, and we have another extension agent that works in the agriculture area. Each of these agents have aides. We try to provide these services to any person who's living on the reservation. The last but not the least is a project that we haven't fully got off the ground yet, but it deals with the history of the Colville Reservation. We have one person that is working on this project, and she is primarily collecting the old photographs, collecting the legends that have been with the tribe for the many, many generations, and she has collected many, many tapes of the history, the legends, the various bands' history and the band's legends, and she has primarily just collected information at this point. We hope to further advance this program and start producing materials that will help maintain the identity of the Colville people. Okay?
We have one more person here.
Much.
The water.
Just, if, the longer the front part of it is, the longer we'll have.
Oh, I see. The tail end is the best part to
Yeah.
extend. Well, you've got me at heart anyway. Okay, ready? Okay. Okay, you ready? Okay. Larry Bryler. My name is Larry Bryler. I work in the branch of credit. Our program is designed to help the Colville tribal members. We have low interest rates, and oh boy, let's start that one again. Okay. Okay, this is the pause here.
You're not that far into it once you start with it.
Okay. Okay. Larry Bryler. My name is Larry Bryler. I work for the credit department. Our department has been set up to assist Colville tribal members by having lower interest rates than they can find anywhere else on the outside. Oh, I should clear that up. Okay, now is there a pause here? Can we? No.
I'd rather have you just start all over
Yeah,
again.
right.
Because you're
Okay.
not into it.
Okay.
You're not that far
Right.
into it.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
Just start with my name.
take a big deep breath and just you know,
Put it all out.
jump right into it. You know?
Okay.
Just-
Okay. Larry Bryler. My name is Larry Bryler. I work in the credit department. Our program is designed to help Colville tribal members. We have lower interest rates than they can find anywhere on the outside. We have 4 staff members: our credit officer, Mr. Bob Abrahamson, myself, a loan assistant, Kay Johnson, and a credit clerk, Betty Wilson. The qualifications for these jobs are regulated through our civil service regulations. The director happens to be a GS-12, I'm a GS-7, Kay Johnson GS-6, and Betty Wilson GS-4. Personally, I have a college degree in accounting. I found math to be one of my major interests. This is one of the main reasons I'm working for the credit department. I find that the educational background has been very beneficial. And I also have a background work experience in the accounting department. At the present time, we are in the process of changing our manual accounting system over to a magnetic tape machine calculator. This is designed to take over our accounting, such as general ledger, journal entries, and year-end summaries. This will leave the 4 staff members much more time to deal with clients as they come into the office. Our program is tribally funded, but BIA supervised. We have a credit committee consisting of 3 tribal members outside of the tribal council. Once the application has been turned into the office for a loan, we review it, and at a appointed time, we have a meeting with the credit committee, and it is their responsibility to ask the client, the loan applicants, all the necessary questions and provide them with the information that they will need. The various types of loans that we have are home construction, home purchase, land, beef, farming, business, and mobile homes.
That's a good one.
Well, not my voice. I've got all kinds of information in here, but I can't say it.
I think it's all right. It was pretty
Yeah.
good that time.
Remember,
Not-
this is
not
for
really.
junior high and high school students. They're not gonna sit
Well,
very long to listen.
if I could think of that, I would be a little bit more warm and thinking of the kids, but I can't feel that way right now.
TV cameras have a thing about the thing.
I still don't like it.
Right now? Okay, my name is Lloyd Marek. I'm the assistant manager of the TSI program. Hello, my name is Lloyd Marek. I'm the assistant manager of the TSI program here, which is everything you see in the background. The blue building, which is where my office is located, plus staff of about 7 others, which includes a receptionist, 2 bookkeepers, a purchasing officer, and the office manager himself. The machinery you're hearing in the background is one of the loader operators out here on the ground, which we do employ 2 guys. I'm going to try to get out of his way. Also, over here in the corner, we build a plant. We have our post peeling. Here we have 3 guys that work here. We have 1 peeler operator. education-wise, high school education diploma is about all we require. And the other two gentlemen are just mostly labor, hand labor and all that. There's one machinery in the background you guys cannot see. It's our ecologizer. It does all of our rough cut lumber, and these guys do get pretty good salary, and knowledge is a little more respectable. And as far as that goes, we do have the treating tanks, which I'm sort of heading towards now, which the gentleman you see walking probably towards it, he's handles everything as far as this tank goes. There's a lot of requirements as far as mixture of the treatment and stuff like this, and he is, let's say, one of the more important guys here. Now, there's one gentleman, it's our top foreman who runs the whole post plant. He handles all 10 guys out in the grounds. Now, the TSI program, which, like I mentioned right from the beginning, there's, must be a total of about 150 guys employed out in the woods. And these guys, their function is to clear cut sort of like weed-type lumber out there, which includes larch tamarack and lodgepole pine. Now, this lodgepole pine is brought down here, which creates, like, say, these other 10 jobs. The logging outfit, which is out in the woods also, there's roughly between 20 to 25 guys employed. Of these 25 guys, there must be at least 7 or 8 of them that are cutters, log cutters, and they're paid fairly good wages, and these guys do make the big money around here. And as far as also in the shop, we have 3 mechanics in there. Our head mechanic who handles all the welding, objects of that sort. We have our diesel mechanic, which does all the work out in the woods with the loggers. And we have a new function here. We just set up a parts room, and the purpose of this is that we have all the parts available here at the plant instead of having to run to Spokane or some of the other larger towns. And so we expect also probably about another week or two to hire a third bookkeeper whose purpose will be to work here on the post plant. Our turnover isn't that large right at the moment, but out in the woods it does turn over pretty heavy during the winter. So we do work quite a bit. What you're looking at now is all our PO posts. We have very few on hand right at the moment. We sell quite a bit, about as fast as they do come in. There are just probably other few items I could probably tell you about here. We do have a wood cutting program. Purpose of it is to also create jobs for some of the fellas that like to just work maybe 3 or 4 days or months a year, like maybe possibly because of Social Security reasons. And these guys, the wood is used for the senior citizen program. All this wood is given to them, like say during the winter, because it's very difficult for them to go out and cut their own. So TSI does function quite a few jobs. Like I say, we're probably one of the largest employees here on the reservation. Our main purpose, I'd say, is to mostly improve the timber stands out in the woods. And this is one of the purposes of the post plant. Instead of slash cutting it and let it lay there, we bring it in here and we try to sell it and also create a few extra jobs, and the money will be available for the tribe sooner or later. That should just about do it.
Do I start?
Wait a minute. Tell us your name and what your position is first.
There are other programs in housing, such as what we call HIP, Housing Improvement Program. These are projects that we work on housing that is called unsatisfactory housing. And we do improvements such as replacing roofing or water systems or small jobs to make the house livable until we can receive HUD, same kind of services as the branch of social service does for the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Sixth program is the extension program. We have two extension agents, one that works in the home ec area, and we have another extension agent that works in the agriculture area. Each of these agents have aides. We try to provide these services to any person who's living on the reservation. The last but not the least, funding for a new home. We have two winterizing projects that are under the Housing Director's supervision. There are 40 tribal ownership homes that are for rent for tribal members, and he's in charge of maintenance of all of these units. The fifth program in the outreach is a contract that we have with the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Social Services, and we basically provide the same. The fourth program in the outreach category is the housing program. Again, there are many programs under the direction of the housing director. The program that is requiring most of our attention this time is the HUD building program. We're building 120 new units on the reservation. 60 of these units will be rental units, 60 will be ownership units. We expect that these houses will be completed next spring.